We just got a new standard banner featuring Saga and Mountain as our 6 stars and Sesa, Tsukinogi and Blacknight as our 5 stars. Before we get to the banner itself, make sure to support my channel by liking, commenting and subscribing. It really means a lot to me. I would also like to point out that I only talk about these operators' gameplay. Waifus and husbandos over meta any day. You should always pull for operators you want and like instead of listening to me. I am not your dad. So let's get to the banner itself. This banner is fairly high value, but because of its unfortunate timing, I'd recommend skipping it. We are about to get more valuable limited banners in the near future. However, I do recommend buying Mountain with yellow certificates if you do not already have him. Moving on to the operators, starting with Saga, a pioneer vanguard who can block 2 enemies. She leaves enemies with 1 HP instead of killing them and inflicts a critically wounded status. Critically wounded meaning reduced movement speed, cannot be blocked, gives SP to attacker and will die after 10 seconds. This talent can feel a bit weird at first as it makes Saga not actually kill enemies, but the extra SP it provides can be extremely valuable. Her second talent gives her a very high physical dodge and HP regen for 15 seconds after her HP falls below 40% for the first time. Saga's feature module reduces her DP cost when deployed for the first time and further improves her second talent's HP regen and duration. Even though the DP cost reduction can be very nice, the module and especially its further upgrades aren't anything too special. Let's take a look at her skills. Saga's first skill simply gives 12 deployment points. The skill doesn't really have any use unless you just want to use her as an AFK DP generator in some annihilations or other extremely long stages. Her second skill generates 4 DP and deals large amount of physical damage up to 6 enemies within a cross-shaped area. It also kills critically wounded enemies. This is Saga's go-to skill. The SP gained from killing critically wounded enemies allows you to spam the skill a lot, completely destroying waves of weaker enemies and generating lots of DP. And then we have her third skill that gradually generates 20 DP, makes her attack slightly slower, gives her extra attack range and damage, allows her to attack enemies equal to her block count, and allows Saga to perform an additional attack against targets with less than 50% HP. This skill does a lot. It makes Saga a great all-rounder, generating some DP and dealing decent multi-target damage. However, the skill has barely poor uptime. It's nice to have for situations where there aren't enough enemies or the enemies are too tanky for the second skill. Let's have a quick summary. Saga is a pioneer vanguard who leaves enemies with 1 HP and giving SP to whoever kills them. Her skills also generate DP. Her second skill spam can absolutely destroy large amounts of weak enemies. She can easily take down even stronger enemies when buffed. She's got a jack of all trades, master of none. She doesn't deal the most damage or generate the most DP. Overall, Saga is a good operator. Her role as DP generating vanguard is incredibly contested. She performs well, can be brought to most stages, and her second skill spam against swarms of enemies is incredibly fun. She has some niche mechanics and can feel awkward to use sometimes. And moving on to Mountain, a brawler card who has chance to deal extra damage and reduce enemies' attack with his attacks. He also has extra defense and dodge chance and is extremely good lane holder and duelist. Let's take a look at his skills. Mountain's first skill is a low SP cost auto trigger that boosts his next attack and hits an additional target. This skill overall provides less than the other 2 skills and shouldn't really be used. His second skill is low SP cost with infinite duration that can be toggled on and off. It reduces Mountain's attack range and defense while providing more attack, HP regen and additional block, and allows Mountain to attack all blocked enemies. This skill allows Mountain to solo lanes and duel tougher enemies. The HP regen making him very self-sufficient as most enemies can't outdamage it. It will be the go-to skill for most situations. And then we have his third skill that gives Mountain a large attack boost makes him hit twice and increases the proc chance of his first talent. It also makes Mountain attacks slower and adds a knockback to his attacks. Overall, the third skill is more niche than the second skill, but can be used in the situations where the knockback is valuable, such as against slow and light enemies. The biggest downfall of the third skill is Mountain's natural single block. Let's have a quick summary. Mountain is a very powerful low DP cost lane holder and a duelist. His second skill allows him to completely solo lanes and even tougher enemies with its massive regen. He is extremely tanky, but can only block one enemy unless you are using his second skill. He can push enemies with his third skill. Overall, I think Mountain is a must-have operator. He is definitely one of the best lane holders and duelists in the game and can even solo some bosses. And then finally, we'll take a quick look at the 5 stars. While Blacknight is very good, Tsukinogi and Sesa are very underwhelming and I cannot recommend them pulling. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe for more Arknights content. See you in the next video.